Hello there. Once again, this is Anton from Anton Will Obey, and today I just wanted to take an inventory of what Marvel Legends ladies I have. And so I thought I would do that. And I thought I would maybe do it a little bit wrestling style because I have them in an AEW ring. And we're probably going to do this a little bit elimination chamber style where I'm going to kind of see what I've got here. And boy, I kind of thought I had gotten rid of more than this, but we'll see what I got. I'm going to start off with the front row here. She-Hulk. This is an older version of a Marvel Legends She-Hulk. Different articulation, but I would say probably one of my favorites. She has really good movement and an ab crunch that is just awesome. So pretty cool figure there. This, I don't like her big plastic things, but this, what is her name? Singer? Songbird? Something like that. Very cool figure. Even though she has the skinny legs, still a very good figure. Sticking with the same body mold, we've got, I think her name is Eliza Bloodborne. A figure that I just really liked because of her addition of shotguns. She comes with a couple shotguns. Looks like I do have some paint scuffs on her, which, yeah. That's a little bit sad, but still a good figure. Good articulation. I don't like the way her hands move because they don't let her hold the guns that well. But, oh, I forget this one's name. Spider Jane or whatever her name is. I love the paint scheme on this. Reminds me of Strawberry Shortcake. And just, it was a gorgeous figure and one I picked up not that long ago. A lot of these are awfully expensive anymore, and so I try to avoid them to some degree. Looks like we got Karma from New Mutants. We've got the same body, same figure, same mold, same package, which is Daniel Moonstar. And if I remember, if I pull like over here, I think we have Wolfsbane from the exact same set. So you can see they were the same figure. They just sold them with different heads, so you could make whichever figure you wanted. So I thought it was a really cool idea. On the side ropes here by the turnbuckle, I don't remember what this character's name is. I just remember it was a cool robot, and when I was selling a whole bunch of stuff, it was one that I wanted to keep. We'll pull this gal. I absolutely love this Tigress figure. I don't care if it's more orange than she appeared in the book. It is very much the color and everything that I really liked. I thought it was just a gorgeous figure. Who else we got on the side rope? Sprite. This is from the Eternals movie, which I never saw. Apparently no one else did either, and this was like on clearance for like nothing. I think I have a few of these just because they were so cheap and laying around. Pull out of the front row here, we've got Silk. This is one that I've heard is pretty valued. This is the first version of Silk, and I've got all their different heads and stuff, but I don't ever mess with them. I just keep this one on. It was fine with me. Probably one of my more recent of all purchases was this M. Just because I loved Gen X back in the day, and I loved this suit, so it was one I was excited to pick up. We've got 80s Storm. I never would imagine that they made this figure, but they did, and it is a thing of beauty. And I always keep her with the mohawk hair. I think she came with some extra heads, but I never used them. Just it was a brilliantly done figure. Lilandra. Lilandra was a weird one because you had to buy two different figures to build Lilandra. You got I think it was a Silver Sable body, and then you would get this head with a Mystique or something that was a Walgreens exclusive, and you could put them together and you could make a Lilandra. And so that's what I did. I wish they made a Deathbird. I would be much happier with that. This gal was from that Kung Fu Marvel movie that I watched. It was okay. The figure looked good. I liked it. I didn't really care for the film, but it was a good figure for what it was. This is Moira McTaggart, a figure that I thought was brilliantly done with extra heads and swap outs, and you could change which era of Moira you were dealing with, and just a beautifully done figure in general. And so far, I've remembered everyone's name. That is not a guarantee as you go through, 100 characters. So this is Black Uniform Storm. There was always a big fight over whether Storm's uniform was black or white. It was both at different times. However, I always fell into the white suit category. This is an old Scarlet Witch. This is, of course, the super hot, naughtier version of Scarlet Witch. And I always thought this was the first Marvel Legends version that I can remember that was good. And I thought it was a beautiful figure. Definitely one to keep. I don't remember this lady's name. I remember she came with a Power Man figure from the Netflix series. I can't remember the character though. This is a Marvel Girl. It looks beautiful, but it's kind of terrible because it doesn't really move at all. This is by far one of my favorite Domino figures. It's just done very well. She dropped her gun, but that's okay. On the side over here, we've got a Spider-Woman figure. Her legs are a little bowed. When Marvel Legends uses the really scrawny women's legs, they do tend to bow, and they always tend to bow the same kind of direction. That said, this is a gorgeous figure, and the way they use glasses really well just looks really good on her. Here is the Silver Sable figure that you needed. And like I said, you just would pop this off and these off, and you'd have a Lilandra figure pretty easily. This is a Mary Jane figure with a different head on her. Yeah, this is a silk head, an unmasked silk head on a Mary Jane Watson standard outfit. I think I have a Mary Jane Watson somewhere. If I didn't sell it. I don't know, I don't see it anywhere in here. This is my favorite Mockingbird figure. This is it has the skinny legs, but it has nice boots and nice buttons. And the goggles work, so it came out very well. This is Movie Mystique. I did not like Movie Mystique. However, I love this figure. Like, this figure is great. Super articulated, super just fun to pose. Feels good, just feels awesome. Sometimes they just feel right in your hands. This would be one of them. So this is a Black Widow. I had a whole bunch of Black Widows, including the Scarlett Johansson ones. And this, for me, I liked the most, and it was the Black Widow I kept. This I picked up on clearance because it was an interesting head sculpt. The face is a little bit ugly, but it's Sue Storm in a 70s looking ensemble. Here is Female Loki. This is not from the Classics reissue pack. This one is from the original 5-pack of the A-Force, of which I had at one time, and I kept a few, but not all of the figures from it. This is Jessica Jones. I knew it was in there somewhere. It would come to me. Shriek, whom I recognized, and this was another clearance $7 or $8 figure that I was just like, I can't pass that up. I picked up this figure, and I also got this figure. I want to say they're the same figure, but I ordered it to get this gal, and I ended up getting 2 of them sent to me. So I ended up just taking both. So I have both. I saw somebody fall off the back. We'll grab her towards the end. This is the Domino from the Deadpool movie. I wasn't sure how I'd feel about her. It's a beautiful figure though, it really is. And she did the role justice. This is a hard one to get. This is the Gwyneth Paltrow Pepper Potts Barefoot Marvel Legends. Came with a robot Tony Stark arm for the Iron Man suit. Pretty decent figure. Oh, this is White Storm, White Uniform Storm. I think I like it better than the black uniform, but in figure form, the black one does look really stunning. We've got the original Walgreens exclusive Emma Frost. I prefer the bobbed haircut. This is the black uniform. I never really cared for it as much as the white uniform, which is why I bought this white uniform. And the figure is much prettier. However, her articulation is severely hindered by the cape, and she was really expensive. She was $25, and I was just not into paying $25 for Marvel Legends anymore. So this is some sort of Elseworlds Nebula. I just thought she was really beautiful. I don't like the sculpt or the body or anything like that, but I thought the face was awesomely done, so I picked that up. 80s Dazzler, my favorite. Well, that's pretty much my favorite Dazzler. I love this Dazzler. So we have Polaris. This is like, I don't know what you call it. Dungeons and Dragons Polaris is what I always think of it as. And that is her right there. This is Deathbird. This is a figure that is not, I didn't want it when I first saw it, but once I got a hold of it, I really liked it. So this is one that in hand is way better than not in hand, just in the package. Magic, this is not my favorite version of Magic, but a very good Magic figure. I also want to say it was a Walgreens exclusive, but I can't specifically remember. So this is the animated Rogue from the cartoon. She's got thick thighs, she's got thick everything going on. This is the re-release classic version, which wasn't quite as good as the first version that came out, but not bad. I had to slip down there and grab who fell, and it looks like it was Gray She-Hulk, which I like this figure a lot. I prefer the green version, but the gray one, very nice. This is a perfect Boom Boom. You could give me different versions of Boom Boom, but this one is my favorite and easily one of the best. Don't care for this character at all. I feel like it's a culmination of all things woke wedged into one person. However, it's a very good figure. It was a beautifully done figure, so I picked that up and I'm not ashamed to have done so. This is a Psylocke, also a very well done figure. This is the purple haired version. There is a black haired version out there, and if you see that one, I believe that is the rare one. So this is a better Sue Storm. This is from the 4-pack, not the 4-pack, the set that you could buy that was all released at Walgreens. And you know, the more I look at it, the more I kind of like the retro one with the white gloves better. Here is a better Polaris. This is her with the frizzy hair. This is X-Force Polaris. I love this uniform. I love everything about what's going on here. Stepford Cuckoos, all the same figure, but they came with different heads and you could swap out and make whichever set you wanted. I prefer the blonde set because that's the original, but I keep all of them headed differently just for the sake of having them up there. I love this Jean Grey figure. I just don't like that she came with a thigh gap right there, right in the thigh cut, which is terrible, but she is a beautifully done figure. This figure is just way better than it deserves to be. I absolutely love this Siren figure. She's not even a character that I really would have said I cared about. She is gloriously done and very, very happy with the product. This is A-Force Girl Thor, and not from the Thor Love and Thunder or anything like that. So this was kind of an Elseworlds version of her anyway. I didn't mind the design, but I never watched the new Thor or anything. I love this version of Rogue. I love this nasty, snarly face she's got on, and this is probably one of my more favorite Rogue outfits. It's not the favorite. The favorite Rogue outfit is this goofy one with the hair poof, the AOA Rogue, my favorite Rogue. And she's way cheaper to buy than this Rogue, which is the original Juggernaut Wave Rogue, which was very expensive. However, I was able to get her off of the shelf for retail, which was at that time only $20. This is not the first Spider-Gwen figure, or Gwen, Spider-Gwen, but I think it's the second one. I like it better. I just thought it was more pretty, more dainty, and the face was done better, so I like it better. I like this Jubilee figure. I probably prefer the bubblegum mouth, but I did not have it on her at this time. Cannot remember this character's name, but I really love the sculpt. Got the thick thighs. She's got the heftier waist and everything, and I think that balances them out better. So much better than the scrawny thighs, which, speaking of scrawny thighs, we've got this Jean Grey, which is my favorite Jean Grey figure. AOA Jean Grey was so BA. I love that figure. Before she falls off the top there, I'm gonna pull her in. This is Blink, one of my favorite X-Men characters of all time anyway. Just a beautifully done character, and this is the AOA version of her. So Obviously very pleased with that. You are hanging on the back rail back there, Kitty Pryde. This is AOA Kitty Pryde. Another amazing AOA figure. I love the AOA, so the fact that they gave us these figures was just awesome. This is the Jessica Drew Spider-Woman. She has the full-sized chest, the full-sized thighs, all the curves in the right places where so many figures don't anymore, and just an absolute perfect figure. And ditto for this Black Cat, who has done the same way with the same full-figured ensemble. I'm gonna pull you off before you fall down. This is Spiral. I had the old Spiral figure. This one is so much better, it's crazy. But I absolutely love the character. I love everything about that. The articulation is so good. I think Miss Marvel was so much better than Captain Marvel. I used to love this character. I do keep this version of Captain Marvel, which I also thought was wonderful. As much as I didn't watch the show, this She-Hulk figure is top shelf. Absolutely amazing figure. We've got Green Hulk, which is the same sculpt as the gray one I showed you earlier, but this one is better. And I think they were GameStop exclusives. Here we got skinny Kitty Pryde with the bent leg, which is a problem that they keep having when they have the scrawny legs. This is Moonstone. This is another fairly recent acquisition, but I got her used, cheap. And then this is Enchantress, the last. And at one point I had 12 of these, 13 of these, something like that. It's an absolutely beautiful figure, very expressive. It has skinny legs, but it was still awesome. So, that said, they are piled all around here. That's my story. That's what I got left. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna set her back in the ring because I just think she was a really pretty done figure. And that's my story. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you later. Bye.